Hello gang, John from Rock County Jet Ski, Watcon.com. Welcome to Watercraft Talk. Today, we got an email here from a good customer of ours. John reached out and had some ideas. So I'm going to just go over this. He said, recently, I befriended a fellow at the lake riding a vintage jet ski. We found that his 650 Superjet stand-up was running poorly. I took off the hood and found gas leaking from several places. Looks like the fuel lines were recently replaced, but not tight. I found the fuel line zip ties on your website. I rebuilt the carburetor and he is back on the water. And then further down, he says, maybe you could put together a video of to-do lists with replacing fuel line, do's and don'ts. I am sure you've seen lots of effects of ethanol and blah, blah, blah. So, you know what, John, I think that's a great idea. I preach all the time to my local customers here about fuel lines, and like you did, our fuel line zip tie clamps. So we're going to show and talk a little bit about what we use here in the shop for fuel line and zip ties and why. So thank you for reaching out for that. John is, again, he's a good customer and he does watch our videos, and I sure appreciate all of you, all your feedback and when you guys do reach out. That's just awesome. So we'll start with fuel line a little bit. There's a lot of different fuel lines on the market, and I've been doing this for over 35 years. I have tried a lot of fuel lines. We have seen a lot of fuel lines. I have jet skis coming and going here every day, all day long, and we've seen it all. This, as far as transparent line goes, this is all I will use. This is Le Mans Corporation fuel line. It is 1/4 inch. It's transparent blue. It is, we've got it listed on the website. It's relatively inexpensive. It's not fancy, but I have found that it stays pliable. We've had it on our own personal machines for many, many years, up to 10 years or more. I've installed it on a lot of customers' machines, and we see them coming back over and over and over for just winterizing or tune-ups or just whatever, not for necessarily service, but just simple things. And this stuff holds up well. It is, like I say, it's not the greatest, but it's good. If you want, some of you guys out there must have transparent fuel line. This is a very good transparent fuel line. It's the only one I'll use. I'd rather have safe fuel line other than some fancy purple, orange, green, something that looks spectacular for a couple of hours. Just like John's note, I too have personally had and seen machines leak gas at the fuel line from a failed fuel line and fill the hull up with gas when it's sitting out in the sun in the summertime, which is a potential hazard, big time. So we have our transparent blue fuel line listed on at the Watcon website. We also have, and we sell, and this is my favorite. It took us a long time to figure this out. This is genuine, and I will show you the label. It's genuine Yamaha fuel line that we buy in bulk, and this is truly 6mm. It is very soft. Of course, it's black. It is not transparent, but this stuff is awesome. Now, I'm going to say too, more importantly than fuel line is how you secure it to your fitting. We have, again, on the website, I have specific, and I'm going to just do this. So hopefully, Chris, we can see this. We have these specific fuel line zip ties, and I'm going to put one together, and the head on it is curved, and I can't see the camera. Am I holding it right so you guys can see that? So the head is curved. And I'm just doing it on the back side of John's printed email here, just so we have some contrast. The head is curved, whereas if you compare it to a traditional zip tie with a straight head that is not curved. And what happens now is when you put this on and you tie it up with that curved head, it fits correctly on the line, right? If I can get it on there. Now I pulled it too tight. But here, we'll do that. And you can see when you pull it tight, hopefully you can see that the head matches the curvature of the fuel line and gives you an even pull all the way through. I found these back 100 years ago when I was working at a marina part-time. I had a good buddy of mine run a marina, and we were racing boats and building stuff. And you can just see how I get it, you know, and I've got that pulled tight, and you get a nice even pull. So now we'll take that one off. Again, these are big in the marine world. I found them when I was working at a marina, and I've been using them ever since. I didn't finish my thought there. Sorry, squirrel. I get sidetracked way too easily. Trying to do that. Okay, so we take that one off. Now we're going to go with a regular traditional zip tie that many of you out there use. And you will see when that does not make a perfect circle. And what happens is, and I'm going to exaggerate here, but what happens is if you crimp that, it does this with your fuel line. And again, I can't see in the camera. Chris, can you tell me, are you seeing what I'm doing with my fingers there, how I'm pinching that? I don't know if that's going to show up with this or not, but what happens is it does. And you get a gap there. And it pinches, and you have a fuel leak because it does not pull there. You can see how that's, I can see it. It does not pull it straight, and you end up with a fuel leak coming out of here where the head is. So there's your lesson on fuel ties today and fuel line. A couple of other things I want to just say is neither one of these fuel lines are rated for ethanol. And that's a whole nother deal. We're gonna do a video on ethanol, so go search for that. If it's not posted yet, it will be. But anyway, straight gas, pure gas, no ethanol for either one of these fuel lines. Very, very important. If you're using this blue fuel line, and we use our round-headed zip ties on here, I like to, and this is just me, I like to double clamp it. It's not really necessary on the Yamaha line because the Yamaha line is more pliable. This is a little stiffer line, but I will clamp it that way, and then I will put another one right up next to it. I'll double clamp it with the head directly across, like that, and you pull both of those tight, and I double clamp it like that, and we've had excellent results with that. So there you are. I hope you find that informative, and I want to thank John again for the idea. Great idea, very common problem, and I hope some of you guys out there will use this advice and hopefully not fill your ski with gas. If you like this, please go back and check out all our other videos. We've got lots of them now. We've been doing this for over 2 years, and we have many videos and all kinds of great stuff. So check out our channel. Please like, tag, share, and follow. And as I always say, please be nice to each other out there. And the next time, hopefully, we'll see you out on the water.